Greetings, I'm Elijah Sunkar 19, and here is your weekly preview tarot reading for week. I forgot to look it up. Hold on. Week 24 of 2021. Here we go. Alright, first we have the Two of Pentacles. This is a card about forward motion, it's about balance. So, the way I look at this card, the way I think about this card is like a bicycle. And so, the bicycle has two wheels. One leads the other. But what happens is when a bike moves fast, it has balance. But when a bike moves slow, it gets wobbly. And so what I say with this situation is let's make some faster choices. Let's not muddle around and rethink and overthink and re-overthink everything, all your choices and decisions. Sometimes you just have to make a choice and live with it. Make a choice and go with it. And so what I say is let's not overthink everything. Let's move fast. And that's how a bike goes. It stays balanced by moving quickly. A slow bike is usually a wobbly bike. Up next here we have the Page of Pentacles reversed. And so this is to me a concern about what you don't know or what you don't understand. And so this card usually has a big theme of learning and developing and trying to understand how things work in the world. And then there's the crippling sort of thought that no one really knows at all. We all kind of only really know a thin part or a small part of the entire puzzle. And so what I would say is be comfortable with not knowing everything. Be comfortable with not knowing all the details. Be comfortable with making decisions with limited information. And then also be comfortable with changing your mind when you get more information. So some people they make a choice and then they stick with it. But then they learn more information and they find out that that choice may not have been the best choice. But they stick with it anyway. And it's like, okay, well, you have more information now. You've gathered more intel. You know more about the situation. You don't have to stick with the choice anymore. So information changes situations. So be confident that you can make choices with what the information you have, and then be confident that if you get more information that contradicts the previous information, then you're able to change your mind if you need to. Helpful matters. Here we have the World card reverse. And so this card just says that you don't have to have it all figured out right now. And so some people are like, well, I need to have all the details. I need to, have everything figured out before I can do anything. And that's simply not true. You don't have to have everything figured out before you can do anything, And the truth is, you actually would never have it all figured out anyway. So, but some people are like, well, I'll make a choice when I have more information. And I just don't think that's going to be very helpful for you. Challenge card here, we have the Ten of Wands reversed. This is the idea of carrying the weight on your shoulders. And so I feel like there's like a guilt theme going on here too. Like sometimes you got to give yourself credit for you did the best you could with the information and what you wanted out of the outcome. Like you did what you could with what you had. And so some people need to understand that. And just, you're not always going to do, first of all, you're not always going to do your best. But second of all, sometimes your best that you can do in a situation is based on the information you have at that time. And if you don't have all the information, you can only do what you can do. So I would say not beat yourself up and not live with this guilt thing. I feel like there's a burden that needs to be relaxed, a burden that needs to be put down. And sometimes you just have to, take your lumps, take your losses. Hey, I made a mistake. It didn't quite go right. That happens. And then the other way is sometimes you got to just sort of forgive yourself and say, hey, I can beat myself up for this forever. So now I get punished for the same thing over and over again. And so it's like, maybe this is a good time to decide that you've been punished enough for whatever happened. And the outcome is the Eight of Swords. And so this is like, to me, I feel like this is a theme that's going to last a little while, something that you're going to hold on to for a little while, that you're not really ready to let go of this thing. And I'm going to give one more. We have the Devil card. And so to me, I feel like this situation where just not willing to just sort of be, what I would feel from these last two cards is that being bound by the situation and being bound by a burden, and a sense of not really knowing enough information and not really just a sense of I don't know what to do and I don't have enough information to make a decision. But it's like sometimes you have to make a decision with the information you have, and then as you gather more information, you can then change your mind. You can then make new decisions. So, but I feel like there's a burden. I feel like these last three cards just sort of speak of a burden or holding a weight of some sort on your shoulder, and like taking responsibility for, like taking like overly being responsible to a point where it's almost being punished for your behaviors. And so what I would say is that you hold the key to letting go of this whole thing. You hold the key of being willing to or being able to let go and start over and start fresh and give yourself a fresh start. And so if you understand that you hold the key to your burden, then you also understand that you hold the key to your solution. And so take responsibility for your actions, take responsibility for your thoughts and behaviors, and then take responsibility for changing your actions as you gather more information. I'm Elijah Suncard 19. Thanks for letting me read for you. Many blessings to you. Love and light. Peace.